Are you moving to Kansas City and you're having a hard time narrowing down where you want to be?
Well, you're in luck, because today, Tara and I are going to show you all about North Kansas City. Some of our favorite bars.
Some of our favorite restaurants.
And guess what? It's all in walking distance. So let's go check it out.
Welcome to North Kansas City. So here we are headed to North Kansas City. Nikki and I, neither one of us live in the town, but it's so close that you can go down there anytime that you want to, just to have a night out, just to have brunch, or have breakfast, whatever you want to do in there. So it's only 10 minutes about from where I live. I live in Northland.
And I'm about 10 minutes from Parkville. Today we were leaving from our office here in Gladstone. So this is definitely a place that we visit on a regular basis when it's time to go catch a band, have a drink, or get some good food. This is where we go to hang out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So right now we're heading, I guess we'd be going north on Howell. So we're going to pass by the high school, and then you'll see the newer townhouses over to the left, and then on the right is the park.
So Macken Park is about 60 acres. It's got a mile walking trail all the way around. It's got, kids' play areas. It's got a soccer field. It's got tennis courts. So a little bit of everything. If you're active, that's where you go to North Kansas City to get a little bit of exercise.
It's a big park for that area.
Yeah. They also do a lot of festivals there. So like a few weekends ago, they had a festival that had like 15 bands. So there's always something going on in North Kansas City. So right down the road from Macken Park is Dagg Park. This park's going to be geared more towards smaller children. They have the splash park and smaller little jungle gym things for them to play on.
All right, let's head over and check out one of the really fun things that might be coming to North Kansas City. We're hoping the Royal Stadium is going to get moved. So let's go check out the site where, fingers crossed, that's where it's headed. Okay, so right up here, somewhere around this area, is the proposed plan. So the Royals are getting moved somewhere. Right now, this is an option, and then downtown is an option. So right in this area is where they're going to be kind of tearing out some things and hopefully building a really nice stadium.
So King Louis Bowling Alley used to be here, so they've since tore that down since bowling's not a big deal as it was once before. So we are really excited. We hope they choose this area for the Royal Stadium, because it's going to help North Kansas City, and it's going to be closer to us.
I'll be going to a lot more ball games if it gets moved to North Kansas City for sure.
Yeah, same. So we were in Nashville recently, and like anytime there's a game, a football game, or they have the hockey stadium down there, you go to the game and you're able just to go on the strip and have fun. So either place that they're going to pick for this Royal Stadium is going to have that option, to where right now our Chiefs Stadium and our Royal Stadium is just out in the middle of nowhere. So you have to drive out there, parking's ridiculous, and then you have to, as soon as the game's over, you just have to hop in your car, get an Uber or something. So it's just not as convenient as what these two options are going to be.
Yeah, so it'll be a good change for the city. No matter what location they pick, it'll be a good change for sure. So the majority of the houses you're going to find in this area are your smaller bungalows. What would you say would be a price point?
They're in like the $250 price range or so. They also have some different townhouses you can buy, and those are going to be closer in the $350 range. So you've got a couple of options when it comes to living in North Kansas City.
Yeah, and they just finished a new skyrise apartment as well, right in the middle of all the action.
North Kansas City is not a giant town. I think it's roughly 4.6 square miles, so it's not like it's going to be a huge area to find a house in, but there are lots of options.
But again, like we said, it's 10-15 minutes away from most of the towns in the Northland, so it's not that you have to live there. You can travel down there any day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here in the North Kansas City area, there's about 20 bars, 7 breweries. Yeah, 7 is coming. Breweries, but I think right now let's go to one of my favorite ones, which is Callsign Brewing. So here we are pulling into Callsign, and they have a nice little outdoor area and have redone the whole inside. And the funniest thing, we ran into some of our friends. We had no clue they were going to be there. So after we said hello, we thought we better run in and get a drink. We don't want to be behind. All right, so inside there was several beers to pick from. Tara and I both were going to try the Hercules, which is a red ale or an amber ale. And there was several different options, though, on the sweet side. There was, like, some ciders.
Yeah, there's, like, a pineapple cider. Our friend, actually, that was there, so that's what she kept drinking, so.
Yeah, so they have a few more things than just your regular beer. I think I seen some type of punch on the menu. So, anyway, so we grabbed a few drinks, and we took them outside the patio to hang out with our friends. Callsign Brewery. It's recently new, I'd say a couple years probably, and they have a cute indoor area and a little bit here on the outside. Definitely an old, probably warehouse at some point that was converted.
I think most everything here has been converted from a warehouse.
That's a good point.
Yeah. But they don't have a kitchen quite yet. I think they're going to be opening one soon, so they have a food truck option outside, which is always a good option.
And Tara and I are trying the Amber beer. Cheers. So it's pretty good. They have a really great selection here of their beers, so really good stuff. Yeah, definitely. And I think after this, we'll head over to Chicken and Pickle.
So Chicken and Pickle, the very first one was opened here in North Kansas City, and now they've expanded. They think they have some down in Texas. So if you're ever around, come to Chicken and Pickle. They have pickleball and excellent chickens.
It's a good outdoor venue, so we're going to go check that out next. So see you there.
See ya. So Chicken and Pickle is just up the road. We could have walked there if we wanted, but we didn't. We drove over there.
We didn't drive. Justin drove.
Yes.
Because we had drinks.
Yes.
But yeah, just right up the road. Chicken and Pickle has become very, very popular. Like Tara said, this is the first one that they put in Kansas City and anywhere in the United States. But since then, I know there's one down south. And then obviously they've put one in other states as well. So as you'll get ready to see, it's a really cool place.
And as I've been, meeting people that are moving into Kansas City, pickleball's not as popular everywhere as it is in Missouri. So in Kansas City, there's just pickleball courts popping up everywhere. So it's a big deal here, and it's a lot of fun to play. If you're into tennis, it's kind of like tennis, but easier.
It's a lot easier than tennis, yeah. They've even converted a lot of apartment tennis courts into pickleball courts.
Yeah.
So it's a fun game. You can play at all ages and all skill levels.
They have the life-size battleship game that you can play, and all that stuff's free. You just have to turn in your ID. That way you bring back the supplies at the end.
Fun fact, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, our star Chiefs players, recently bought into this franchise. So it's only going up from here.
Yeah.
All right, so right over here, almost in the same parking lot as Chicken and Pickle, is Restless Spirits, which is a distillery. I don't know a ton about it, but it's always busy. Parking lot's always full there. So here we go, heading into Chicken and Pickle. It was a beautiful night that night, so it was a perfect time to do this. It was a little cloudy, but the
weather
temperature
was perfect, yeah.
All right, so we went in to grab a drink up at the bar and ran into my best friend Bridget. And do I remember what I ordered? Oh, I got an Oktoberfest, a Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
I got a Paloma, and that was really, really, really good.
So we got our drinks, and we headed outside to enjoy some more weather.
You can take your drinks outside. They have like the same tab that you can go anywhere. You don't have to, if you're at one bar, you don't have to tab out at that bar to go to the next one. So that's kind of fun that they share. A lot of bars aren't like that.
You can see all the outdoor pickleball courts, but right behind them there's also indoor pickleball courts. You do have to rent the courts there, indoor or outdoor, so you do have to kind of be prepared whenever you're heading that way.
And they're always full, so make sure you reserve them ahead of time.
So after we left Chicken and Pickle, we walked just right across the street and checked out Cinder Block. There wasn't really anything going on there, but right beside there is
Paul and Jack's. So they do outdoor bands. A couple weeks ago we went out there and there was just a big band out there playing their outdoor patio. There wasn't anything going on this particular Friday night, so we headed on to Iron District.
Yep. So Iron District is a recently new area that is made up of all shipping containers. There's a couple little bars, and then there's kind of like food trucks, but they're stationary in the shipping containers. There's also a couple boutiques up there. It's a really neat area. It's something I had never seen before until they put this in.
They did have live music there that night, so we listened to a little bit of music. We went through and did a little clothes shopping and just had a good time. Yeah,
they do close down in the winter because it is completely outdoors, but it's a really unique place to go hang out for sure. So it's definitely a must-see if you're in the KC area.
Absolutely.
After we left the Iron District, we went back to Armour Road, which is the strip, kind of where the majority of the bars and restaurants are. So we're walking down, heading west.
So we walked by Armour Theater, and Armour Theater is a privately owned vintage movie theater that they just restored. We do a lot of client events there. So one year we showed Back to the Future, and there was a guy in Kansas City that had the actual Back to the Future car. So we hired him to come out and let all of our clients and kids take pictures with the Back to the Future future cars. So that was pretty cool. And then in the basement of the Armour Theater is a bar called Rewind. So in order to get to this bar, you have to go around to the back alley, find the door, and it is an 80s bar. And I'm not talking Stranger Things 80s. This is like 80s, like we grew up 80s. It's got the dark lighting. It's got the old brown couches. It's got a little nook where they have Blockbuster movie.
Is there paneling?
There's
paneling. Okay, then it's real.
Their bar menu is on a DVD case, so it's kind of really cool just to go down there and check that out.
So right past the theater, we're gonna walk by Rino. It's a coffee shop by day and live music by night. I haven't been to this venue. Have you?
I've been one time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really fun. A lot of local bands play there. It's cool. So right across the street from the Armour Theater is a wine bar called Sail Away. So it's a vending machine for wine. So you get a little card. You have a little, it's not a membership, but you don't have to pay for it. But you get a card. You stick your card in there, and you can try lots of different kinds of wines. I think they have probably
there's a lot,
50 at least.
Yeah, we didn't go in there tonight, but we've been in there several times, and it's a really interesting place. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun just to be able to try new wines. And you can do like an ounce at a time, 3 ounces, or if you really like it, you can get a whole glass. So yeah, it's an inexpensive way to try a lot of wine.
And now Nickie's starving. So we got hungry and headed to one of our favorite places to eat, which is
Christine's Firehouse. Kind of a goofy name, but it's a lot of fun. They do live music there. They also have a outdoor patio that you can eat at, so you can either have fun and lively or go out to the patio and just kind of have a relaxed evening.
Yeah.
They got a little water fountain out
there. A little
it's
tiki
kind of more,
feeling.
Yeah, more peaceful. So you can either have a wild, lively night or go back to the back and have more of a peaceful, intimate conversation with friends.
So this bar really reminds me of kind of a small town feel. It's always full of locals. Mm-hmm. The food's really good. The bands are fantastic. Mm-hmm. It's a cool spot just to go hang out. A lot more laid back than maybe some of the other spots. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to get into some of the food, which I want to highlight. The giant tenderloins.
So we both got a tenderloin, and you can either eat it yourself if you dare, or you can order an extra bun and share it with your friends. So yeah, that's what
delicious.
We did.
Delicious and huge. Thanks for joining us on this video of North Kansas City. Again, one of our favorite spots to go. And we're glad that we could show some of it to you. There's over 20 bars and restaurants, so next time maybe we could show you a few more. Today we just highlighted some of our favorites.
So if you're even thinking about moving to Kansas City, text us, email us, call us. Our phone number is 816-439-8705. We'd love to hear from you and love to help you on your journey moving to Kansas City.
So we'll see you next time. Thanks.